What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Got, the husband, the poet, the hustler, the entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me. Or you can just call me Jay. Yo, so I'm back with another Shop Lyrics YouTube vlog. Today we are traveling. I'm on my way to go pick up my man Daniel, but we're traveling to Charlotte, North Carolina from Richmond, Virginia. But we got a lot of inventory that we bringing with us. And we're just trying to, you know what I'm saying, do something new, like teamwork, obviously. Me and him working together. Shout out to my man Mark as well, because he wanted to come, but it was a last minute decision to do this. But yeah, man, we just trying our best to do what we gotta do. And hopefully, if we can do this right, God willing, we'll come back very successful. So once Daniel get in the car, I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, if he want to chop it up for a minute, talk to y'all. But if not, we'll see y'all when we get to Charlotte, or potentially when we stop at that first store, because we might be thrifting on the way down there. So we'll see. Y'all, so we just made one quick stop, right? And my man's, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, yo. What you find, bro? What you find? Carhartt, bro. What you wearing though? Carhartt. You wear Carhartt, you find Carhartt. That's what it is, bro. Size medium. We gonna figure this out. I bet you that's gonna sell tomorrow. Watch. Y'all, so we stopped at one other store. So the first store, my man's got the Carhartt. The second store, my man's got $100 hoodie. Like, what the? Yo, shout out to this spot right here. I don't know where we are.
We in Thomasville, North Carolina.
Thomasville, North Carolina. Yo, he got $100 weekend hoodie, yo. We're gonna sell it on Whatnot for $300 tonight.
Hopefully.
So we about to hit up Charlotte now, and
we might make a couple more stops on the way.
Depending, we'll figure it out. Good morning, Vietnam. You know where that came from?
Good morning, Vietnam.
The movie?
Yeah.
He ain't say it. I had to say the movie. He said, yeah.
I'm just saying.
What's going on, everybody? So this is Saturday morning. It is 8:57 a.m. We got to be at the spot in about an hour to start setting up. And what I'm gonna do is, once we leave here, we're gonna stop and get some breakfast. You want some Chick-fil-A breakfast? Have you had Chick-fil-A breakfast yet?
Like ever?
Ever.
Maybe once.
Once. Yo, he about to have it twice. You got anything to say for that?
I've never had it
in Charlotte.
Yeah,
you know?
I've never had it.
It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same. It's the same. But yo, so I'm gonna try to get some footage today. Of course, I'm gonna get some footage of our setup and stuff, but depending on how busy it is, I might not be able to get any customers, but I'm gonna have the camera on me so I can at least film while we there, and I can give y'all a recap at the end. Y'all know Chick-fil-A is my thing. They don't have an indoor setup. They got windows, bro. And this is the dining room. This is crazy. Charlotte different. A double chicken biscuit. So look, so we ordered breakfast, and he had a regular chicken biscuit. For some reason, there was an extra patty in the bag, and he made a double chicken biscuit. He about to crush.
Put an extra.
Yeah, look, it's
fillet in there.
It's a extra fillet chicken. Like, I don't understand it, and you about to crush. That shit about to be bum. You gonna have me going to Chick-fil-A asking for a double chicken biscuit now?
What the receipt say? Check the receipt, bro.
It's in my thing down there.
That's crazy.
I'll be all right. All right, y'all. We want to be at the spot. As soon as we get there, I'll show y'all where we at. wanted to record this before I get out the car. It's currently 12:27 a.m. We just got back from Charlotte. I just dropped Daniel off. Car's still packed. I'm gonna talk to Daniel tomorrow, see if I can get him a little small recap about the event, and then I'm gonna give y'all a small recap. And God is good. I appreciate everybody who supported us, so thank y'all. What's your thoughts on everything? You can come on. Come on, Miss Sam.
It was a great event.
Say hi to the vlog.
Hey, vlog.
It was a great event. It was a fun trip, great event. Shout out to the people. The name escapes me, but the Charlotte Vintage Market.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that put that on. Great event, nice people. Charlotte is a beautiful city.
Your first time in Charlotte as a vendor?
Definitely, yeah. My first time in North Carolina. My first time out of Virginia, like as a vendor.
I was about to say as a vendor. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I haven't been in Charlotte for an extended period of time in a good little while. Yeah. So it was cool to go back and see it and see how beautiful it is and everything they got going on. I can see why a lot of people, you know.
From a business standpoint, what do you see? I know you got to go. This is gonna be the last question. What do you see differently that? Don't go into detail that you're gonna change when you're on out-of-state events.
I'm definitely gonna take so I definitely would like stuff that I would have like left at home or like not taking, like I'm gonna leave that. I probably would take more of that stuff because I see that the people in Charlotte, they tend to buy what they like what they, not necessarily like what's the trend, or I mean some of the trend, of course everything will be kind of led in trend, but it's also like what they like. If they see something that catch their eye, or it just, you know, whatever, they just go with it. I just feel like they're just more open-minded with the stuff that they because
there was a handful of items that you were surprised that sold.
I wouldn't say surprised in terms of I was surprised it sold because I took it with the hope it would sell. It was more or less like, man, I've been sitting on that item for quite some time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I done took it to these events, this event, that event, and I still got it. And to take it there and it immediately get bought up. I mean, I guess I don't want to say surprised. It was like okay, like, all right, so I'm not tripping. When I picked it up and I saw what I saw in the piece, like the potential in the piece, you know what I'm saying? It was like validation, like, okay, I didn't necessarily make a bad buy. I just got to get it to the right people. You know what I'm saying? So
how long, there was one item that stood out to me that was yours, was the Duke jacket. How long have you had that?
Actually, I haven't had that long. I had that, I had it maybe like a month. I had it. So I had
Did you take
the last event I had, which was Swap Me RVA, February 4th. I had it. Okay. I might have just got it that week.
At that event, did people pick that jacket up?
I didn't see a lot of people touching it.
But I will say the first 2 hours, like 2 or 3 people picked that up. Right. And one person was like taking his time with it. Like he was like I think he took like 20 minutes to decide if he wanted it.
Yeah. And the jacket, quite honestly, it's like a varsity jacket with the faux leather sleeves, and it was like some wear on the sleeves, and that was really the only thing that stopped the first person from grabbing it. Yeah. It would have been gone by the time that guy came, but I mean, like I'm prone to do, I had a conversation with him, we talked price, we discussed what was fair, and yeah, we figured it out. Yeah. And now that piece is with somebody in North Carolina, and I'm in Virginia, in Richmond.
That's what's up, bro.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a wonderful event. I think that's the most surprising part for me was the fact that it was a small event.
It was like 30, relatively 40
small,
vendors. Yeah.
Just in a parking lot at a venue. But honestly, I did about as good as I've done at like some of the bigger Virginia events that I've done. And that's not a knock on any of those events, because I love those events.
Yeah.
But it was just shocking the size of the market and the way the people still came out and flooded it.
Cause we had about 20 minutes before the event started, and we was just chilling. And I said the calm before the storm.
Right.
And you was like, yo, like what you talking about? And then next thing you know, like I was like, yo,
the floodgates open. It was just like, it's like soon as the event time actually arrived, and honestly, it was people, mostly vendors, but it was some people walking through doing some light shopping or whatever prior to. But when 12 o'clock hit, them floodgates open, and we looked down both ends. It was people coming from. Yeah. It was like mobs of people coming from both ends.
Yeah. And you personally started making sales before the spot was even fully set up. I remember you was making sales before I even put the tent up.
I mean, yeah, that's always a blessing to kind of get the day started going the right way.
Yeah.
And it kind of like also is like validation to make you feel like, all right, cause I don't know about you, but I know me personally, I still kind of get that nervous feeling like, okay, how is this gonna go? How the day gonna treat me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't take for granted that people just gonna, I'm gonna have stuff people just gonna want, and they just gonna spend their money with me because I'm just whatever. So I still had that feeling like, I'm anxious to see how the day gonna go.
Yeah.
And when you get that first sale in there, and somebody, you know, you kind of get that first one off, so to speak, but it kind of give you like, okay, you kind of can breathe, and you like, okay, and it kind of just, you know, makes you feel. But like I say, it's been times where it started slow, and all of a sudden you look up at the end of the day and it's like, okay, I did all right for myself. So it can go a lot of different ways, man. But the weather wasn't
was kind of like this, but then it had an overcast for like an hour.
So the weather wasn't horrible, but I believe if that event, and it's not a knock on home because I love my home, but I believe if that type of weather had been going on in an event that size here, I just feel like it might have went different. Like maybe we would have had a late surge, or like, you know, because it was clear, it was kind of sunny, a little bit of clouds, but it was kind of nice out.
It started sprinkling.
Yeah.
And nobody hesitated, and they were still shopping.
They still were shopping. They were still.
The only thing we did was adjust the table a couple times.
Right. Now I will say this in defense of home. I was at a Diamond one time, and people were trying, but you see, like for me, the Diamond's a different monster because it brings a lot of people from a lot of other places too. Yeah. So I think it brings some of that different energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, like another event might be mostly like local shoppers.
Yeah.
The Diamond brings people from Tidewater, maybe even from North Carolina, Maryland, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth.
Swap meet, I met this guy at the Vintage Bazaar that I did in, was it December or January?
You did Vintage Bazaar in January.
So I met this guy in January at Vintage Bazaar, and at the end of swap meet in February, he came up to me and was like, yo, this, what he said, he wasn't trying to be like slick or anything, but he was like, yo, like, how'd you like this event? And I was like, yo, I love this event. This is my hometown event. And he was like, yeah, it ain't nothing like the Vintage Bazaar. I was like, nah, the Vintage Bazaar is bigger. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different monster.
Yeah.
So
like he found out about the swap meet because I do videos like this.
Right.
Like we highlight the events that we at and all that. So like he was like, yo, or he followed me and he saw that I was gonna be at swap meet, and he told me he checked out my, actually a few people at swap meet came up to me and told me they did swap meet because I did the video to highlight swap meet so many times.
Okay.
So like even videos like this, I know the Charlotte Vintage Market don't need me particularly to highlight them because they already got a following, But like, even somebody that might not know too much about it might watch this and be like, yo, like, that I might need to check this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think, man, especially since COVID, bro, I think people just, like, a little bit of distance is not stopping people from going and doing, and going, you know, these events, going to these events, and, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's like multifaceted, like, it's like a hobby, but it's also like your dress, your fashion, like, so, but it's like also like something to do, like, it's like almost like entertainment and fashion combined. When you go to these events, like almost like a festival type of thing. Like when you go to a music festival, it's like you going to a concert, but you also going to for the experience of whatever. And I think these vintage markets are starting to be that for people that's into vintage and sneakers and stuff like that. Because you know, the vintage and the sneakers kind of go hand in hand. If you go to a vintage market, it's gonna be people there with sneakers. If you go to a sneaker event, it's gonna be people there with vintage or, you know, streetwear or whatever the case may be. So it's like, it's crazy. But I'm gonna try to put this.
I'm gonna try to put this video out before March 9th. So March 9th, we're gonna be in Raleigh Convention Center at the Kickback Expo. I'm gonna put the flyer on the screen right there, and I'm gonna try to like do some other videos to highlight that we're gonna be there. So all the Raleigh people that watch us, all the Raleigh people that's been following us, we're gonna be there. So pull up on us. You got any last words, bro?
Shout out to Laced Up SC from South Carolina.
Oh yeah,
he was our one of our neighbors at the event, and he's gonna be at Kickback. And just, man, the good people that was around us, cool people that was around us. There was a couple of other vendors. I can't think of their name off the top of my head. One vendor that was there, I actually met in Richmond at an event. He came up to Richmond.
You ain't tell me this.
I thought I told you. The guy that was with the young lady that do the YouTube. He came to swap me once or twice. And yeah, he was there. He go to NC State.
Okay.
And
that's what's up, bro.
So yeah.
So he recognized you.
Well, ultimately at the end, like when I was waiting for you to come back around so we could load the vehicle, I saw him and I forgot what I said to him, and I kind of looked at him twice and was like, bro, is you? And then as soon as I said it, he smiled and was like, yeah, I was at swap meet with you. And cause he said something about going to NC State, and I remember the young man that was beside me at that event, he went to NC State. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of put it together real quick. But like, he was like a person over, so we really wasn't close on for me to really kind of like, you know, whatever. But, you know, it was cool though. But yeah, like, it's cool to go to these different events and see vendors and stuff that you've done other events with. Especially like in 2 different states. So, yeah, we're going to do Kickback March 9th.
And then I'm pretty sure we're going to sign up for swap meet again on the 24th.
Got swap meet on the 24th. We're going to try to get in the door with that.
See if there's another event in between there, and we'll let y'all know.
And
this going to be the end of the video right here. I got enough footage for the whole video right here.
Right. So, yeah. And hopefully we can go up north. We can go maybe to Maryland.
Yeah, see if we can find some stuff up there. If I'm not mistaken, the Baltimore event is going on today too.
Okay. I gotta look into that Wolfpack joint, see if it's too late for that. That's in Raleigh too. That's like the people. I think it's like a smaller version. Like the people that do the Vintage Bazaar, I think they do some stuff with the Wolfpack at the NC State. The NC State school, they do like an event there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that too. But the people who do Vintage Bazaar, they do 2, maybe 3 big events a year.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 2. I remember them doing 2 at least big events, but they do a ton of like smaller events that also do well. So we're gonna see if we can hit a couple of those up too. So.
Yeah, man, we on tour all 2024, man. We on tour, man. Catch us in the city near you.
Yeah.